Hello, I am Bethany Warnches, real estate agent with Addison Jones, and you are watching Tuesday Talks with Bethany, where I answer real estate FAQs. These past few weeks, I have been discussing in this hot market, should you go for sale by owner, or does listing it with an agent actually have value? So is a real estate agent just this fluffy extra that's going to cost you money? Or are they actually a valuable asset to you in selling your home? So I've done part 1 and part 2. Today is going to be part 3. And next week, I'm going to wrap it up with part 4. So today I'm going to cover 4 different reasons a listing agent can be a valuable asset to you in selling your home. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is showings. When you put your home up for sale by owner, you are going to have to field a lot of calls and a lot of texts and coordinating all those different schedules. And then once you do get your showings set up, you might have to give up some evenings and weekends to just bring all these people through. So when you hire an agent, specifically an Addison Jones agent, we use an app that is very organized and easy to use. So what's awesome is you can go ahead and just download this app on your smartphone. And if you don't want to use your phone, we can do it by email too. That's fine. Or if you hate technology, we can do it the old school way of making a phone call. But anyways, for many of us, we like to be on our smartphones nowadays and have our apps. So what happens is an agent schedules a showing for 6 o'clock on Wednesday. You see a notification come through to you on your phone, and you can accept it, or you can decline it, or you can propose a new time. And it's that easy. There's not all that back and forth hassle, talking with someone. It's just setting it up really quickly. And then what about bringing these buyers through on showings? So when you bring a buyer through, you may not know what information you should be giving them, or you may not know the answers to their questions, but we as agents, we take care of all that for you. So we hand out our info sheets, we answer all their questions, so we've got that covered. And it's really just a lot less of a hassle for you. You know, on a Saturday, you can just go away for the whole day, and agents will be in and out of your house all day, and you don't have to worry about it. So it just makes it a lot nicer too in the coordination aspect and getting out the information and doing all the showings. An agent can do that for you. Next up is the offer to purchase. If you are a for sale by owner, a buyer may write an offer on your home. Now, you get that legal document in your hand and you have to look through it. And the question is, do you really understand it? Now, if that buyer just wrote their offer on their own, there could be lots of mistakes. They could have no idea what they're doing. And this is a legally binding contract if you sign it. Yes, you can go and you can take that to an attorney. But the thing is, an attorney is not in the shoes of a real estate agent. They aren't necessarily in tune of what's going on in the market, what's normal for different contingencies. So they are for sure great at legal advice, and they can give that to you. But when it comes to knowing the ins and outs of a transaction and guiding you through a transaction, that's not necessarily their specialty. So it's great to have an agent who understands the paperwork, because we do this countless times over and over again, and we can easily explain it to you and help you through it. And, you know, if you're going to need to do a counter offer or a form was missed or something like that, we know what forms are all also supposed to be used and can take care of that as well. So you really just need to ask yourself, do I understand all this? You know, this is a big legally binding document, and do I feel comfortable just signing this without having an expert to help me through it? You know, what am I getting into? Next up is negotiating. So oftentimes homeowners have lived in their homes and have an emotional attachment to them. You know, they've made a lot of memories there. And so homeowners can sometimes get emotional in a transaction and can get hung up on the little things, especially if they don't have anybody to help them through that. So that's where a real estate agent comes in. So yes, I am passionate about the transaction also, but I have an objective point of view and can come in with a more level head to help you get through those things. So I can help you prioritize what is and isn't important. I can come and bring some negotiating strategy that you maybe otherwise didn't think of or know of. I personally have my real estate negotiating expert certification, so I have some more negotiating strategy in my back pocket that I have learned from that course and have found to be helpful. So it's helped me learn a lot, and it in turn can help you. Then finally, one of the biggest things why people go for sale by owner is they do not want to pay for a real estate agent. But you might think having a realtor is the only cost to sell, so if I don't have one, I won't have any expenses, it'll be great. But the reality is there are a lot more costs to selling than just the real estate agent. And so I, as an agent, can sit down with you and I can go through a seller net sheet so you have a better understanding at the end of the day, at the end of the transaction, what you are going to net. I also previously had done a video on the cost of selling. If you scroll back down through my profile, newsfeed, whatever you want to call it, you can go back and find that video if you would like. So just to recap, why an agent is a valuable asset to you in listing your home. The reasons are coordinating showings and showing the property itself versus you having all the hassle of doing that. The offer to purchase, helping you understand that and how to respond to it. Negotiating, keeping you looking at things objectively and being that buffer and helping you to prioritize things and use some negotiating strategy and get through that. And then finally, helping you better understand what your costs are going to be, because there's definitely more to it than just commission. So I hope this video helped you better understand why an agent can be a valuable asset to you and that we are not just some fluffy extra. So again, if you want to watch parts 1 and 2, you can go back and do that. Today was part 3, and next week I will be wrapping it up with part 4. So have a great rest of your Tuesday, and thank you for joining me.